A young girl wandered along a quiet forest path, her loyal dog padding beside her. The sun streamed through the canopy above, scattering golden light across the trail. She felt comforted by the rhythm of nature's heartbeat. The dog barked happily as a butterfly danced through the air. The girl smiled and said softly, "Even the smallest things can inspire wonder." Her words felt like seeds that would someday grow into wisdom. They came upon tall trees standing like pillars of time. The girl touched the bark gently. "Strength doesn't always roar," she whispered. "Sometimes it stands silently, weathering storms for centuries." Her dog pressed against her leg in agreement. The breeze rustled the leaves, brushing her hair back. She closed her eyes and inhaled deeply. "Life's winds may bend us, but with strong roots, we endure," she thought. Her dog wagged his tail as if the forest had spoken. At the edge of a clearing, bees buzzed busily from flower to flower. The girl knelt to watch them. "Even in small lives, there is purpose," she said, admiring their dedication. The dog sniffed curiously but didn't disturb them. She threw a stick into the meadow, and her dog bounded after it, leaping through tall grass. The girl laughed freely. "Joy is found in simplicity," she mused. "Sometimes happiness is just running without fear." They reached a sparkling stream that wound gently between stones. The girl dipped her hand into the cool water. "Flow teaches us resilience," she said. "Water adapts, yet never loses its essence." Her dog drank eagerly at her side. Above them, a bird sang boldly from its perch. The girl smiled. "Courage isn't in size," she said. "It's in using your voice, even when small." Her dog barked playfully, startling the bird, before sitting down sheepishly. They came upon a fallen tree, its trunk soft with moss. The girl placed her palm on it gently. "Even in endings, there is renewal," she whispered. "Life transforms, but never disappears." The dog sniffed, then rested beside it. Finding shade under an oak, the girl leaned against its trunk. "Patience creates greatness," she said. "This tree was once no more than a fragile seed." Her dog curled beside her, eyes slowly closing in contentment. The sun climbed higher, and light spread through the forest. Rising, the girl brushed leaves from her lap. "Each day brings new light, new beginnings," she said. She stretched her arms and smiled. In the distance, deer grazed peacefully. The girl whispered, "Gentleness can be strength too. Quietness often carries greater power than noise." Her dog stood still, watching them in silence. The trail grew rocky, and the girl stumbled slightly. Her dog nudged her with his nose, steadying her step. "True friends help us rise when we falter," she said gratefully, scratching his ear. They passed a patch of wildflowers swaying in harmony. The girl admired them. "Unity creates beauty," she said. "Each flower alone is lovely, but together they form a masterpiece." The sound of rushing water drew them toward a waterfall. Mist sparkled on her skin as she stood in awe. "Balance exists in life," she said. "Gentleness and strength can live side by side." Her dog barked excitedly at a rainbow shimmering in the spray. She smiled warmly. After storms, colors return. Every hardship hides hope waiting to bloom. Climbing a hill, she paused to rest and looked over the valley. From above, problems shrink, she reflected. Perspective teaches us that challenges are smaller than they feel. The dog sniffed the air, drawn to distant scents. The girl chuckled softly. "Instinct knows what reason forgets," she said. "Sometimes wisdom lies in trusting the heart." They sat on a sun-warmed stone along the trail. The girl placed her hand on its rough surface. "Stillness teaches strength," she thought. "Stones endure countless storms yet remain." The dog lay panting in the shade. The wind carried the scent of pine, filling the air with freshness. The girl inhaled deeply. "Nature heals without words," she said. "The air itself whispers peace to the soul." They reached a meadow filled with tall grass dancing like waves. The girl spread her arms wide. "Life moves in rhythms," she thought. "If we listen, Even the grass sings of freedom. Her dog chased a grasshopper through the field, leaping with unrestrained energy. She laughed again. Sometimes wisdom is simply allowing ourselves to play. They reached a tree stump, carved with rings of age. The girl traced them gently. Time leaves its marks, she whispered. Every ring tells a story, just as every scar tells ours. A hawk soared high above them. The girl shaded her eyes and said, "Vision is not only about sight. It is about seeing farther than the present moment." Her dog barked at the shadow of the hawk, and she smiled. Fear often comes from shadows, not reality. We must look deeper. They entered a grove where sunlight dappled the ground. The girl paused and said, "Light always finds a way, even through the thickest canopy." The dog sniffed at mushrooms growing near a fallen log. She warned gently, "Not all that grows is safe. Wisdom is knowing what to avoid." They paused near a small pond where dragonflies skimmed the surface. The girl said softly, "Beauty often rests in fleeting moments. Cherish them before they vanish." Her dog splashed happily in the water, chasing reflections. She laughed. "We spend too long chasing illusions when joy is already with us." A gentle rain began to fall, cool drops tapping the leaves. She lifted her face to the sky. Rain reminds us that even storms bring refreshment. Her dog shook himself, spraying water everywhere. She giggled. "Sometimes we resist what is meant to bless us, but blessings still find a way." The forest grew quiet except for the sound of dripping rain. The girl whispered, "Silence teaches us to listen, not with ears, but with the heart." They found shelter beneath a great willow tree, its branches swaying gracefully. She admired it. "True strength bends without breaking," she reflected. The rain passed quickly, leaving the forest glowing with life. She touched a wet leaf and said, "Every trial leaves behind renewal." Her dog sniffed the air, energized. She nodded. After hardship, even small joys feel bigger. As they resumed walking, a rabbit darted across their path. She watched it disappear into the brush. "Quick choices save us," she said. "Wisdom often comes in moments of instinct." The trail opened onto a hilltop overlooking the horizon. The girl gasped at the sight. "The journey rewards us with views we never imagined," she said, awe in her voice. Her dog barked happily at the open space, circling her feet. She knelt and hugged him. "Loyalty is one of life's purest gifts," she whispered. The sun dipped low, painting the sky in orange and gold. The girl sat with her dog beside her. "Endings can be beautiful too," she said softly. Fireflies began to appear, blinking gently in the dusk. She smiled. "Even the smallest lights shine brightest in darkness." Her dog watched the fireflies with wonder. She stroked his fur and whispered, "Wonder keeps our hearts alive, no matter our age." The night grew cool, and stars emerged above them. The girl pointed upward. "The sky reminds us how vast life is, and how small our worries truly are." Her dog rested his head on her lap, and she whispered, "Peace isn't found in places. It's found in shared moments like this." The forest grew still as they prepared to head home. The girl said, "Every step today has been a lesson, a gift, a reminder." She looked at her dog and smiled warmly. "Life is wiser when shared. Thank you for walking with me." With that, they turned toward the path leading home, hearts filled with peace and wisdom gathered from the forest's embrace.